Hey everybody, welcome back to the Eerie cast. Today we're watching another Nuke's Top 5 Ghosts Caught on Camera, question mark, 5 Most Haunted Places.
Let's do this.
Oh yeah, and this is Chris, and
Yep.
this is me, and we're still recovering from what happened earlier.
Yeah. Trippy.
The top 5 ghosts and haunted places caught on camera. The Old Taylor Memorial Hospital. The Taylor Memorial Hospital was built in 1937, and at the time it was the only hospital serving much of southern Georgia. The hospital treated hundreds of thousands of people, and it was the final destination for many deathly ill patients. Throughout the hospital's history, there were many reports of people hearing mysterious voices in abandoned hallways, strange unexplained shadows, and even objects moving on their own. The Old Taylor Memorial Hospital was closed in 1977 and left abandoned. At one point, a development company purchased the building with plans to turn it into a suite of offices, but construction was mysteriously halted. Rumor has it that the construction company experienced so many spooky paranormal events that workers refused to continue the project. When the
I've heard of that
television show
before, though.
Ghost Stalker
I've heard of people working at abandoned places, and for whatever reason, they stop because they start experiencing all kinds of shit. I don't know if you've heard of that.
Yeah, like
Um,
construction workers and stuff.
yeah, I remember I had a friend that he used to do construction. I don't remember what he was doing it. He said that there was all kinds of stuff happening. Tools were going missing. Um, an employee went off the frickin' like fell into like pretty far, like over 20 feet or more, way over 20 feet.
Damn.
And he got injured. So there was way too much shit going on that he was like, you know what? I'm gonna have to contact my thing and we can't work here for
Huh.
whatever reason. There's too much shit going on. So I kind of believe shit like that for sure.
I remember seeing a video. We'll probably run into it eventually. But this guy, they he was like, I don't want to work here anymore. I just don't want to be here at this spot anymore. And they're like, why? He's like, because it's haunted. And he's like, and they told him, like, if you prove it's haunted, we'll let you, we'll give you like the day's pay, and you can just like go to a different job site. And so he
Mm-hmm.
went there the next day or whatever with the camera, and he caught like this supposed little ghost girl. And it was so
God.
funny because the guy was like scared but not scared, but then he was all hyped because he got to get the day off. So he was like, "Whoa, oh, there she is, woo, woo," like it was so funky. He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna try to get her one more time. I'm gonna try to get her one more time. Oh, there she
That's
is,
funny.
woo!" And then he's like, "I'm going home. I'm getting out of here."
That's funny.
But dude, I was gonna say like
Well,
it's funny
where
because
did
like
this take?
huh?
Where did it take place? Did he say where it took place right now? This story right now or no?
Georgia.
Like what state? Or Georgia? Okay.
Yeah, yeah. But I was gonna say
So,
here in South Carolina, we have the old jail, right? It's downtown, the old jail.
oh really?
But okay, so it's been shut down, whatever, not a jail, it doesn't do anything, but they do haunted tours there.
Huh.
We got to go on the last haunted tour before the haunted tours shut down because the
Hmm.
building got sold to contractors who were going to come in and turning into office buildings. And
The
I
hell?
was like, yeah, I was talking to the guy about it, and he's like, yeah, he's like, we're hoping they're still gonna let us come in because they can't
Hmm.
change the building like that much. They're not allowed to, but they can put the offices in and make it like a functional building or whatever. But they're probably gonna really modernize it because like man, like whatever, it was built in like the 1600s or whatever, and it pretty much stayed the
Hmm.
same. And it's a freaky like solid stone building. And
Right.
so I was talking to the guy, and I was like, "So who's gonna move in here? Who's gonna want to have offices in this creepy
Mm.
ass like old jail?" And he goes,
Yeah.
"Oh," he's like, "Guess," and I'm like, "Who?" He's like, "Lawyers." I'm like, "Dude, you're
Lawyers.
gonna have lawyers in like an old like jail, like old haunted jail?" I'm like, "I don't think it's gonna work out for them." He goes, "Yeah." He's like, "I think once they finish it, like we'll probably be back."
You know
Like, well,
what's interesting? Remember that hospital I told you about, Linda Vista?
yeah, yeah.
So that hospital is in Boyle Heights, and they made it into apartments, like old, like for seniors, I think, from what I
Really?
heard.
They finally did
That's
something with the building?
they actually did something, but I haven't heard anything about it anymore. Like I don't know if it's what's going on or people complaining because obviously I don't live there.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, they made them into apartments, and it was actually what do you call it? A hospital.
Yeah, yeah,
I know the General Hospital. I'm pretty sure you heard of that one.
yeah.
That one, everybody got moved to the new facility, right? From what
Hmm.
I heard. But I'm wondering what they're gonna do with the old. Have you heard anything about that? Like the old.
It's
I
LA, so
think
like they're probably gonna turn them into apartments or something crazy.
that's fucking
Little
crazy.
tiny efficiency apartments and stuff, you know.
Yeah, yeah, that's crazy.
But yeah, Linda Vista Hospital. I know people who, they paid the security guard guy to go inside, and they got freaked out. They said they were walking around in there, and they were hearing things, and
Yeah,
they were
there's a
seeing
lot
like
of.
shadow people and stuff like that.
Apparently, a little girl died. I don't know if you saw. So between the hospital and so on both sides, there's a park on one side, and then the other side is a hospital. So apparently, that girl she ran across, and then a car ran her over. So apparently, that's
Oh,
what you see right there, supposedly. And also a lot of people would die. There was a lot of gangs also, and I
yeah,
guess
yeah.
insurance
That
couldn't.
was the one thing I heard about too.
That
Is
was,
like a
yeah,
lot of
that's
gang
one of
activity, and a lot of
people
people
would
got
die
shot
there
and
a
died
lot.
there.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
didn't.
yeah.
Yeah, so they didn't have money. The insurance couldn't pay it. That situation where.
Hmm.
So that's why they went bankrupt. That hospital.
Yeah.
That hospital comes out in movies. I don't know if you know about that. A couple movies.
I mean, I'm
Uh,
sure. I don't know which
they
ones, but
recorded. I can't remember, but I can't remember that guy from the Spider-Man. What's that villain? Goblin guy. What's the guy's name?
Green Goblin,
From
William
from Green
Defoe,
Goblin. Yeah, yeah,
the
him.
actor.
So he has a movie that he recorded there also, and I believe also Steven Seagal has a movie too. I believe he has one as well.
Huh, that's interesting.
Yeah. So
You
yeah.
remember what they're called?
Uh, I don't remember. I really don't. But if I look at him, I'll see the title and then I'll remember
All
like
right. Yeah, we'll
on
do
my
it
head.
later. Look it up later.
Yeah. All right. Continue with the.
Yep.
First filmed in the haunted building, they caught what may be the first full body apparition of a ghost caught on camera.
Huh.
Who the hell is that? Replays show what seems to be a solid figure walking by the incinerator room. The check-in camera has captured something shocking.
Ooh.
That
It
is
seems to
weird.
be headed right for Chad, and I have no way to warn him.
Chad.
The strange figure was dubbed the Tall Man by online fans of the show. The Amityville Horror. So
That was kind of cool. That looked real to me.
Yeah. To me, for sure, that one just the way it kind of moved from left to right. Yeah.
And it was like kind of transparent, but you saw like an outline of a person.
Right.
That was interesting. And then the
Here we go.
Amityville horror. Oh my god.
So I just found it. It's called "To Live and Die in L.A." with that guy from
Oh,
Green. Like, what's his name again?
William
William. What's his
Defoe.
name? Yeah, Dylan Dafoe. Yeah, Dylan Dafoe. Yeah, To Live and Die in L.A. That's what it's called.
Hmm.
I'm just looking it up right now.
And it's filmed in the hospital, or is it just it's
Yeah,
there?
no, it's no. Basically, sometimes there's different like parts of the movie that they go and film. So
Oh, okay.
there was like a part there for whatever reason he went there. I'm not sure. Maybe like either he got injured in the movie and he went there or something like that. I don't know.
Hmm. Okay. Cool. Amityville. Let's do
We
this.
we haven't we haven't seen this movie, right?
Uh,
Like,
Have you seen the one with Ryan Reynolds?
yeah, I've seen that one a long time ago though. I haven't seen it in a while.
It's pretty decent, but it was really
Yeah, I
difficult
don't
for
think it.
me to believe Ryan Reynolds
Uh-huh.
because he's always played as a comedian, and then all of a sudden he's in this weird like horror film. And it's sad because the funniest part of the film is when well, it's been out for a while, is when he kills the dog on accident. Like the dog jumps at him and he kills it, and he starts screaming and stuff, and I started laughing. And then when I found out, oh crap, he killed the dog, like I was like, that was sad, but I was like, I couldn't take the movie seriously because I kept thinking he's gonna do something funny any minute now.
You know, it's crazy that you say that because I've heard that a lot of people say that, but the movie is not bad. If you look at it for what it is, it's not a bad movie. It's
It,
just him. It's kind of what kind of like
yeah.
turns it off, you know. But the movie, if you look at it, it's not bad. It has a good storyline, interesting
Well,
things you see, you
the
know.
one with him in it is way more tamer because I think it's
The-
supposed to be like not really part of like the Amityville like story. I think it's just like here's a family that just happens to be there. Because I don't
yeah,
feel like a
yeah, yeah.
lot of crazy stuff happens to them, but it is just like a freaky story. Whereas like the actual like Amityville like 1, 2, and 3 from like the 70s and 80s and stuff like that, those ones are
That one's
like
creepy, right?
yeah, those are like
Right?
horrific.
Those are,
You know?
yeah, from what I remember, yeah, those are pretty creepy.
So-called Amityville Horror House in Suffolk County, New York may be the most famous haunted house in the world.
Hmm.
It was the subject of a popular bestseller and an endless stream of Hollywood horror films. The house was the site of a horrible crime in 1974 when Ronald DeFeo murdered his entire family as they slept, claiming that he was possessed by an evil spirit that lived in the house. The next year, the house was purchased by the Lutz family, but they abandoned the home after living there only 28 days, claiming that they were being violently assaulted by ghosts or demons. They said that they had heard loud footsteps and screams in the house, and that they were punched and scratched by unseen spirits.
Ew.
Their young daughter, Missy Lutz, told her parents that she had made a friend in the house that they couldn't see, a shape-shifting spirit that she called Jody. She claimed that Jody often appeared to her as either a young boy around her age or as a large pig with glowing red eyes.
Ew.
After the Lutz family abandoned the house, a team of parapsychologists and reporters from the local
Yeah, I'm
TV
gonna say
station.
this was real. Like there's way too much history on this house that I've heard. I've seen a lot on this.
Yeah, I feel like it.
I'm gonna believe this one's definitely real.
And then
Just the
the
history, people really die there, you know.
yeah. So like the Warrens showed up here, right? The famous Warrens, the psychics and
Hmm.
stuff. Did they
Yeah.
have a movie of this house yet? Like their whatever their Conjuring universe?
I don't know, to be honest. I don't know.
I don't know either. We were looking up the other
No.
day. We're like, oh yeah, there's like what 3 Conjuring movies, but then there's the whole Conjuring universe, and then there's like 8 or 10 movies in the whole thing. We have to watch them, and
And that's another franchise we have to look at, you know what I mean?
yeah, we're slowly
'Cause
finishing. What is it?
Insidious.
Insidious. Yeah.
Yeah, so we're gonna finish Burly that. We should jump to that. Serious. We should start jumping to that because
But
I don't remember shit.
but what we have to do if we want to watch it in chronological order, we have to watch like Annabelle first.
And remember there was a list that I saw
Yeah,
online.
yeah, we have to look it up
We
again.
could just go. We just could go through that and then just start going from there.
Yeah. Ugh, 8 movies I gotta watch. All right.
All right.
See how this Amityville thing turns out. I
Hey,
kind of
before you
already
start the
know.
video, though, would you want to live in this house if you
How
had a
much
chance or
how
no?
much money are you paying me?
Nothing. It's just to move in. No
Nah,
money, just to move in. Okay.
nah, nah. Like what was
You're
it?
like,
Like
I'm not.
5 people died in it already, and then the first family moved in there and got tortured half to death, and
Yeah, nah, same here. Like, yeah, unless you were paying me, then I would go here. But otherwise, nah, I'm not doing it. I'm not gonna be putting my life
Conducted
in
an
yeah, no.
investigation.
danger.
A camera on an automatic timer was set up on the second floor. It snapped
Oh
photos
yeah, and
every
I
few
found the little
minutes.
Yeah,
boy.
The
yeah,
investigators were shocked when they saw the pictures. One photo showed a small boy peering out of what had been young Missy
yeah.
Lutz's
That's
bedroom.
real because you could notice it's old from that time, obvious. And look at the how it's imprinted into the layer of the pictures. Like that's definitely real, dude. That's scary when you look at shit like that. I'm like, fuck.
And it's a little kid with like white eyes. That's freaky as hell.
That's what I'm telling you. Like, nah, I would not want to live there. No thanks.
There were no children in the house at the time of the photo. When the picture was later shown to the
No
Lutz
shit.
family, their daughter Missy simply replied, "Oh yeah,
Oh
that's
yeah,
my friend Jody that I told you about."
there's
Yeah, you
Jody.
see. Yeah.
Uh, I don't know what's happened to the Amityville house.
Yeah, to be honest, if you go online, maybe you can search it and try to see what's going on with that one. I don't know.
Do it right now. Search it right now. You do it.
Yeah,
'Cause I can't, because it's gonna show
see.
up all weird. Okay. Is it gonna rain or is it just gonna get sunnier? I don't get it. What's going on out here with this weather?
Yeah, someone is living there today. It's a private residence and has been since 1976. The current owners have reported no paranormal activity.
Hmm.
So according, they haven't reported anything. The house known as.
That's interesting.
The thing is, like a lot of times, it's like you said, if you think about it, you live there. Let's say you start thinking like that, you're gonna start creating that energy, like you said, you know.
Right.
But if you kind of see it like a house and you don't even think about it at all, then you don't give it that power, that power.
I wonder how many people like just come by their house every once in a while though.
Yeah.
That suck.
Who knows?
All right. Now that we looked that up, continue.
The Ghosts of Goldfield. The Goldfield Hotel in Nevada opened its doors to guests in 1907. At the time, it was considered one of Nevada's most elegant hotels, serving as accommodation for wealthy travelers. On a darker note, it also served as the site of many bizarre deaths, murders, and suicides. The Goldfield Hotel shut its doors in 1945. In what is considered one of the most famous paranormal clips of all time, the cast of Ghost Adventures caught on camera a brick which seemed to fly across the room all on its own.
I remember this.
Okay, we hear you. We hear you, and we don't think that you're a very nice spirit because you're making noises, you're throwing. But we have no fear of you. Okay? We have absolutely no fear of you.
You want me to go?
Is that you making all that noise?
This is the room.
What room?
We've been talking about.
Is that you making all the noise? Holy oh my god! Holy
I'm getting scared.
Stop!
Fuck.
Go! Is that you making all the noise? Holy holy oh my god! Stop!
Oh, hey, I
How
can
could we
screaming
run
is
from
funny.
Oh man, that was freaking good.
I think
Oh
this is one of his first episodes because he looks really young. This is like so young here, like he's when he barely started or something.
yeah, I feel like it might be like the first season. I'm not sure.
Yeah, he looks super young. I was like, hey.
Something that we've been trying to capture for months. There are limits beyond our own cognitive control that we
That's one of
cannot
the things I would always want to do, like be a ghost hunter. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? But I feel like you said, it's like you need the time and you know gas and all that stuff. As a group.
Well, my big thing has always been like, yeah, getting a group together and or finding a haunted place to go to. I mean, you could look all these
There's a lot
places up.
though.
I
There's
mean, there's a
there's
lot
a
of
lot.
places, but then like you said, you have to travel a lot.
Yeah, a lot of traveling, yeah. And you gotta get sometimes permissions, and from what I've heard is that sometimes you can't even get the permission, so you have to go out of your way and trespass it. Have you seen those people
Yeah.
so it's like it's a lot of like, at my age it's tough, When you're young, you know what I mean? I guess like in your 20s you have that type of energy and shit. Yeah, I don't know. As you get older, uh, but it's cool though.
no matter how brave
Yeah.
you are.
The Goldfield Hotel documentary actually led to Ghost Adventures being picked up by the Travel Channel as a regular series. So far, the show has run for 15 seasons and still continues
Hey,
to
people
this
have liked
day.
this show a lot. 15 seasons? That's insane, dude.
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean, I know a lot of people think that they're fake. I think they're pretty legit. I just think that there are episodes where just like shit just doesn't happen, and so they kind of have to
me, I
like
think, yeah, to
generate
me, I
some
think,
entertainment.
yeah, to me, they're very legit. And I also like that they always kind of give a backstory in the beginning before they do the ghost hunting, and I kind of like that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? like what happened and everything. I like it. Like, I mean, that's why it entertains people
Yeah,
for
and
so
and
many years.
and thanks to them, like a lot of like ghost detection devices have gotten really popular and have been like
Yeah, yeah,
refined over the whatever the generations of the technology. Like
yeah,
the SLS camera, the
yeah.
millimeters, the voice detectors, and because even they started with just like cameras and like little voice recorders and stuff, and then they were
Right.
working with certain people that were like making devices and stuff like that. So it's kind of cool.
Winchester Mansion. Sarah
Oh.
Winchester was the millionaire heiress of the Winchester Rifle Company.
It sucks. I've been past the Winchester Mansion so many times. I've never like gone and checked it out
Where,
though.
where, where is it
It's in San Jose.
exactly? San Jose.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they
Yeah,
have
I've
like a
never
big
been there.
billboard up too, like, oh, Winchester Mansion. 'Cause you can go like take like a regular tour
I
of it
mean,
or
it's.
whatever.
I think I would stop by it, like if I was with a group, not by myself, but if I was with a group of people, like the lads, I would be like, hey, let's stop, guys. Let's try to check it out.
Yeah. I mean, I think the story behind it's pretty cool,
Hmm.
but I don't know. I don't know if it's actually haunted or not though.
After the tragic death of her husband and daughter, a grief-stricken Sarah
Mm.
consulted a psychic medium who told her that all of the misery and misfortune that had followed her family was caused by the vengeful spirits of people who had died from being shot by Winchester rifles.
Yeah, I think that's bullshit. Like, why would the spirits be upset with like the manufacturer? That's stupid.
The psychic
Yeah.
told her that the only way to break the curse was to build a massive house for the ghosts to live in. She said that if Sarah ever stopped
Wait, so
building the
it's
house,
fucking
she would.
big?
No, yeah,
It's
like it
like a
started out as like
back.
a regular house, and she just kept adding to it, adding to it, adding to it, adding
Yeah,
to it.
that's insane. But you go back to the part where it kind of shows the whole little house. Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
That's insane, dude. I feel like you could get lost there easily, like if you don't know your way out.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. They've done. I've seen like a couple things where people have gone here. Even like the tour guides have gotten lost. They're like, shoot,
How, how,
I can't remember if
how
it's to the right
much
or left.
how much is this property worth? It's probably worth a shit of money.
I don't fucking know. I don't know.
A
But
couple millions for sure.
like there's all kinds of weird stuff. Like there's stairs that lead to nowhere. There's hallways that just like get smaller and smaller and smaller for no reason. I
Yeah,
think there's a
yeah.
lot of doors that just open up to like the outside. Like that's it. But you're like 3 stories high.
That's so weird, huh? Like the design, who
I mean, that was the whole point.
like
The psychic told her like you just need to keep building into the house. I thought it was a little bit more like darker than that. I thought it was something
yeah,
like if she didn't stop building houses,
what,
the house that
what I
like they
don't
would
get
find
though,
her or something and kill her.
but this is what's kind of weird. So I thought you can't build extra rooms. You know how sometimes the city doesn't let you, for example? I've seen
Oh,
cases where the city's like,
this is like before the cities existed, I think. I mean, the
oh,
city
okay,
was there, but like, who gives a crap? You're building a house.
okay. Yeah, because for example, where my cousin parents live, they couldn't add 2 rooms in the top. The city wouldn't let them for whatever reason. They were like, you can't, and you have. So it's like, what the hell? So I'm not sure if here you can.
No, yeah, this is a time when people were actually free to do whatever they wanted.
Yeah, okay.
Not nowadays.
For the ghosts to live in. She said that if Sarah ever stopped building the house, she would die too. So in 1884, Sarah Winchester moved to San Jose, California, purchased a 6-room house, and immediately started building onto it. She hired 22 carpenters and kept them working year-round, 24 hours a day. Workers at the house reported many strange occurrences. They would hear disembodied footsteps and voices, and the organ in the house
Hmm.
would
I
sometimes
feel like
play by
I feel like this
itself.
house has to have some sort of activity going on. I doubt. I just doubt it. I don't know. I don't know. I don't. There's got to be something going on.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's something weird going on everywhere
Yeah.
in the house. But
Hmm.
yeah, I've heard the organ thing playing on its own. I can't remember if there's like a ballroom or something too that hear things. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Let's see if he keeps talking about it.
Sarah Winchester would
I
draw up
guess
new
not.
construction plans every night and present them to her construction foreman the next morning. Some of the plans made no sense, with stairs and doors that led nowhere and bizarre rooms inside of other rooms.
Mm-hmm.
Sarah believed that these odd designs would confuse the evil ghosts that haunted the house. For the same reason, she slept in a different bedroom every night. Construction on the Winchester Mansion continued until Sarah's death on September 4th, 1922. By then, the 7-story house consisted of 161 rooms, with 10,000 windows, 2,000 doors, 47 fireplaces, and 9 kitchens. The creepy Winchester Mansion is now a museum. This footage of a chandelier swaying on its own was captured by a night manager at the house.
I'm pretty sure creepy stuff like that happens every single day. It's
So I'm
kind of
looking right here.
upsetting that this is all they found.
So I'm looking online right now to see how much the house was sold,
Uh-huh.
and it got sold for 135,000.
Hmm.
It's not that bad.
Yeah, but you're still talking about 1930s prices.
Okay, so they were asking about 1.5 million asking price, so that's around what they're asking.
That's still not too bad.
Interesting. Yeah, it's
1.5
not
million.
too bad. I was thinking it was even worth even more. That's what I thought, you know?
Yeah, I would
Kind of
think
weird how
so.
some houses, it's crazy how some houses are worth more than others, you know?
I don't know if it's got a private owner now, but I do know they do tours and stuff.
Yeah, yeah, I'm looking right now. They say they open at 10 a.m. my time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
At the time of the clip, a tour group was viewing the ballroom. The chandelier in that room was swinging as well.
Huh.
The haunted Holmesburg Prison. Pennsylvania's Holmesburg Prison was constructed in 1895, and over its 100-year
What a weird
history,
design.
it housed some of the most brutal and
Weird
violent
design,
criminals in the world. Riots, beatings, and murder were a regular occurrence amongst the inmate population. There was also rampant prisoner abuse and torture carried out by prison guards. But it gets even worse. Beginning in 1951, Holmesburg prison inmates were used by the U.S. government and drug companies for the testing of dangerous chemicals and radiation on human skin.
Huh.
With a history like that, it's not surprising that many believe that Holmesburg prison is haunted by the ghosts of former prisoners. The TV show Ghost Stalkers filmed an episode in the abandoned prison, and host Chad Lindberg was quite shaken up by repeated strange noises.
If this is a portal to hell, slam a door! You can cross over!
Holy crap.
Fuck.
Holy crap.
Why is it getting so damn
Upon review,
This was like one of those weird, like, celebrities wanted to become ghost hunters kind of things. Like, that
Right.
guy's an actor. I've seen him in some stuff. I don't know, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, they did this like whatever one shot, one season Ghost Stalkers thing, and I don't know if they
Oh,
had any
fuck.
more seasons than one. Oh man, that was hilarious though.
it is clear that the cameras also picked up the sound of a cell door slamming shut.
You can cross over!
Wait, isn't this guy reminds me of the dude from Fast?
From
Like
what?
that name. Looks like Fast and the Furious? He kind of reminds me of him.
I
the
think it
actor.
is him, the little nerdy guy in the first movie, right?
Shit, really?
I think
The
that's
hell?
him. Yeah, I think so.
I don't know his name. I don't know his name, but yeah, he looks like him.
Yeah.
I'm officially lost my cool.
Bro's gonna have a heart attack. Oh man, that's
I never knew
hilarious.
he was. I never knew he was into ghost stuff.
I don't know. Like I said, it was just kind of like one of those weird, like, one shot season kind of things. I can't
Right.
remember who else was on the show though. But yeah, I don't know. I would love to go visit these haunted places. That's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. This is all good.
Would you? Would you? Man, that would be awesome if we could ever do like an actual like ghost, like ghost busting, ghost adventures
Oh,
thing.
that would be yeah, that would be amazing.
Yeah, the Eerie Cast live from East State Penitentiary.
Whoa, shit. Yeah, a lot of people are watching that for sure.
I mean, do you think you would trip out? Do you think you'd keep your cool or what?
No, I'm a type of person that I don't get tripped out. I'm more like I try to debunk stuff. You know what I mean? I'm kind of like that guy that show that. Remember the one that we're watching the other day? Um,
Mm.
that those two dudes. That show called? The, that the one tries to be funny and the other one tries to be um like scared the shit. Remember we're watching it with Paul. You remember where they went to what's her name, man? What is that channel? I think one is like Asian looking. His name is I don't know his name.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Shoot.
What-
Um,
What's that show called? Uh,
God, I can't remember the name of the show. I know the YouTube channel's Watchers. They used to be,
yeah, there we go. Watchers.
yeah.
So something like that, you know. I'm like that type of guy where I don't really get scared. I'm like the opposite. It's hard for me to get scared if that makes any like it's really tough.
I don't know. Sometimes,
But you,
I can. What is it? You kind of like let yourself. I don't know how you explain it. Like you let yourself or you like open yourself up to it. So it's
right,
like I could be
right,
in a situation where I'm like scared, but it's like a fun kind of scared, and
right.
like I'm like like when I play games or whatever, like scary games. I
Yeah,
could be
yeah, that's
straight
not that's
faced and be like, okay, yeah, it's whatever. But like, what's the point? I want to be scared, so I can like open myself up to it and be scared and be like, something's chasing me, just to be like funny or whatever. I don't know if I would do that in some place like a prison or something, but I mean, I don't know.
right,
I probably would be. I'd probably be scared a little bit, but just
right.
because I like allow myself to be scared.
Hmm.
Like it's kind of it's I don't know. In my opinion, it'd be lame to be someplace scary and not be scared. But I mean,
Right.
no, I wouldn't be that scared though. I wouldn't be like screaming at the top of my lungs and having to clutch my heart because it's about to jump out of my chest. For me, it'd just be like, I'm
Yeah,
scared.
no, for me, I like all the times that I've had experiences, just anything paranormal. For me, it's just always been kind of like I try to debunk stuff, you know, and not get nervous or anything, you know. But anyways, good video all around. Good, all around. They're all good videos.
Yeah, that was a good one. I like haunted places. Always
Yeah,
cool. It's cool. We got to see the Ghost Adventures and the famous brick thing. It's funny because there's some people that see that and like, oh, this show's like fake as heck. And then some people watch it
yeah,
and like,
yeah.
this was it. Like this was the pinnacle of their.
I'm not sure this. Back again. I don't know if this is a generational stuff, but for example, my neighbor, he's the type of person that he's like in the camp where like all this stuff that you know that comes out is all fake. No, that's fake.
Mhm.
That's fake. Like they're so like undenial, you know.
Yeah,
Fake, 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 fake. They don't believe anything. And I feel like those are the type of people you have to sort of take to these places so they can get, you know, convinced, you know.
yeah, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, all right. Thank you everybody for
All right.
joining us. We've been the Eerie
Yep.
Cast. Please like and subscribe, and hopefully we'll catch you on the next one.
Yeah, later, everyone.
Laters.